I got into Bitcoin December of last year when it was currently at 22K a coin. And to be honest, like my only regret from like being an investor in Bitcoin has been the fact that I didn't invest earlier. And like I honestly really like the cryptocurrency and I really like what it's going to do and like is doing. Tesla just put $1.5 billion into the cryptocurrency, which is a ton of money, and like that's like made the price obviously boost. And now we have a bunch of like long-term banks and like like Wall Street hedge funds like actually like noticing the coin and considering getting into like Bitcoin themselves. And it's like after all this time, like since the creation of Bitcoin years ago, it kind of is crazy like to see the like Bitcoin like grow so frequently over the last few years and grow into such a recognizable thing. And like it is starting to develop to a currency too. Like more and more places are starting to accept Bitcoin as payment on things. And Bitcoin's doing exactly what like most of us have wanted to do like since the beginning. And as someone who's invested in Bitcoin is putting like a large portion of my overall like stock market like investing portfolio into the coin, I haven't been insanely happy with my money. Like since I put it in, just in December, my investment has more than doubled. And it continues to grow, especially with like, all the news surrounding Bitcoin. But I also think, and this is something I feel like a lot of people like aren't even like considering yet, but I think people really don't understand how, big Facebook's coin is going to be. And Facebook's coin is called Diem. It started off called Libra. And then a bunch of governments were like, I don't like Facebook, so I'm not going to accept Libra as a coin. So, obviously that didn't happen. So they worked, I believe, with Coinbase and they kind of like, changed it and they created Diem, which is not yet out but will be soon. So Diem is completely different from Bitcoin in the sense that it's not really like Bitcoin. It's like you buy it, it increases in value. When more people buy it, when more people start selling it, it decreases in value. And it's more of like I'm not saying you should, but you can trade Bitcoin almost like a stock in a way. But with Diem, it's not like that at all. Like it's not really an investment. It's just a currency in the sense where it's like I believe like $1 is basically equivalent to like one Diem or something like that. And basically, like you buy Diem, you can trade it over WhatsApp. You can buy things with Diem on Instagram, on Facebook. Which keep in mind, Instagram Marketplace and Facebook Marketplace are huge. And really, like all across Facebook services, you can use Diem as money, like as an actual currency. And like a lot of people like haven't really like I feel like people haven't really understood how significant this actually is. Like, think about this, right? In 2020, like when they ended 2020, they revealed that they have 3.3 billion people using at least one of their platforms once a month. That is absolutely insane. Like, the potential of like revenue that you have from 3.3 billion people is absolutely insane. Like I have an affiliate marketing company and that's how I make my money. And if I had access to 3.3 billion people, I would be a very rich man. And you can kind of see with like Facebook strategy of like yes they're still selling ads but they're starting to get more into like products and stuff like that. Like they released the Portal device, which was an actual product from them, like a video chat communication tool. And like with Facebook having such a large audience, they can essentially market products they own for nothing. And I think that's amazing. And also like with them getting like more and more into products, and I honestly believe like we might get to the point where we see like Portal tablets and stuff like that. But as they get more and more into products, and like with Oculus taking off and virtual reality being such a huge thing in Facebook's like vision for the future, I think personally that Diem is going to start being able to buy the Portal. They're going to be able to buy the Oculus, and we're going to see Diem get adopted as a currency by 3.3 billion people. And when that happens, it's not going to be that difficult for Facebook to let people use their Diem on other things. And then Facebook has like a lot of control over people's money. So even though Bitcoin and Diem are very different coins, I am interested to see like which one becomes like a worldwide currency, like which one becomes like accepted everywhere. Because I like my vision of cryptocurrency is that let's say like I'm on a plane, like I travel to a different country, I go to a store, instead of like actually having to like exchange like my money at customs and everything, I can just send a Bitcoin and be on my way. And that's really like my vision of the future. Like I want cryptocurrency to be kind of like the backbone of like the world's money, where it's like no matter where you are in the world, you can use your cryptocurrency to buy something. And I really think with Diem, while like right now it's only being discussed for like Facebook services, I believe, I really do wonder if it'll start being accepted in like more and more places. Like once it starts getting bigger, more people start adopting it. Especially since like now, like you are able, like if you have WhatsApp, which keep in mind, like in the U.S. WhatsApp, no one really uses it, but in like Europe and like other like countries, it's like WhatsApp is huge. Like it's what something everyone's using, and like like the fact that you can send the currency on there and like send it to other people on there. I think Diem's gonna be huge, and I think a lot of people are not recognizing what Diem's really gonna do to the whole cryptocurrency like landscape. And I think that is something really interesting. It's gonna be really interesting to see. I'm actually kind of disappointed you can't trade as a stock, because if you could, I would buy as much of this coin as humanly possible, because I think with Facebook's huge audience and the huge potential this has and the huge market it has and all the functions you can do with the coin, I think the value would skyrocket. But I'm actually going to be watching this. I'm going to be seeing what happens. And, I'm still like very much team Bitcoin. I have a lot of money into Bitcoin. Well, not a lot, but I have a lot of like large portion of my money into Bitcoin. And, Bitcoin's something I really believe in, and I continue to do so. But I am interested to see how, Facebook and I think Coinbase's Diem is going to, kind of like take over the market in a way, and see how it like fits in with the crypto world, and really see how much of Facebook's audience starts adopting the coin and starts like using it to actually purchase stuff, because that's really like the goal, is actually being able to use our cryptocurrencies to buy things. And that's really all for this video. That's really like my opinion on everything. Like in the comments below, what do you think of like Facebook's coin? Do you think it'll be successful? Do you think it'll fail? Do you think their 3.3 billion audience will start like adopting it and using it to buy products? Let me know. Also subscribe to the channel, and before you go, this video is sponsored by Ibotta. Ibotta is giving you cash back on all your online purchases. Let's say you're using your phone, like you want something from like Walmart.com. Like you go to buy it, and then like you spend the money. Ibotta gives you some of that money back. So it's really it's a free app. It's a win-win. All pros. It's really like, it's no-brainer. Download Ibotta through my link and get a sign-up bonus. It'll be in the description below. Thank you for watching.